All right, everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to go over a few more of the Cricut design space buttons today. Today we are going to go over the actions button down here on, it's about in the middle of the page, the one that's highlighted in green. First, before we get started, I want to thank you again for being here. My name is Tasha, and I've got a few of these videos where I like to show you how to do a lot of DIY crafts and everything. I do a lot of custom work and have a little Etsy shop, so I will post my Etsy shop down below. I also post regularly on Instagram of all my custom orders and different digital designs that are coming out and things like that. So I'll post that down below as well, or link that down below as well. And if you do enjoy my content, please make sure to like this video and then also subscribe to my channel. I get videos out regularly, like I said, of different DIY projects and things along those lines. I make a lot of custom wood art and things like that. So I'll also mention that this specific image that we are using today, or this file that we're using today, is in the Dollar Digital section of my Etsy page. That is where I upload all of the images that I use in my YouTube videos, and anything I use in my YouTube video is I automatically put it in the Dollar Digitals. So it's a nice cost-effective way to make some cute little crafts. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've got my little Easter image here, and it's actually 3 different pieces. So I've got my floral piece here, I've got my Easter piece here, and then I have my hoppy and my bunnies over here. So first, we're gonna just kind of start from the left or the left-hand side and kind of go through everything. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys back where I want them. The first button over here is going to be that group button, and as you can see, it's kind of grayed out. So if you select all of your, and you can see I just drug my finger over here, if you select all of your images, or whatever images you want to kind of plug together, you can hit group, and if you hit group, it just automatically plugs those guys together. So when you have an image like this that has a couple different pieces to it, and you want it to line up properly, but you need to resize it, that's the best option to use, and you can go ahead and resize it to whatever you want to, and it's going to shape, or it's going to size all those to where you want them. So that is an awesome button to use, and I use that one all the time. I know there is another button here that says attach next to it, so I'll show you the difference between those two really quick as well. So when you group everything together, it groups it together only on the actual canvas here, but if you go and click make it, then it will still come up as 3 separate images that are going to be printed on 3, or going to be cut on 3 different mats. So we're going to go ahead and ungroup, you can obviously leave it grouped if you want to, but if you click attach down here, it's going to attach those pieces together on the mat as well. So I clicked make it, and now it shows all of them together. So if you want to do it all in one color, or if you're doing a stencil or something along those lines, I use the attach for stencils a lot. Then that is the button that you want to use. And then obviously you have ungroup and detach down here. Another one that is a good one to use is going to be the weld button. And I don't know if it will do it on this one. Basically what the weld button does is it seals everything together as one image permanently. So the only way to undo that is you actually have to click on undo down below, and then it will, I think it does. Go. Come on. There we go. Okay, so it unwelded it. Perfect. Okay, so that is how you unweld it. But yeah, if you weld it together, then it's going to slice all your pieces together. So a better way to show you that is I'll add a couple of shapes in here. So let's add a square here, and let's say we want a circle down here, and we want to make that specific shape, but we want it to be one solid piece. So if you highlight all that and then go down here to weld, then now this is one solid piece that is going to be cut out. So it's harder with like the writing and things like that. But yeah, if you do that with shapes and everything, it'll just kind of make it all one shape. Another button that we're going to use down here is going to be the slice button. And that is good if here I'm going to drag our little bunnies out over here. So let's say I just wanted one of these bunnies. I didn't want both of them. So let's take out that little zoom in here a little bit. We're going to take out this little bunny on the right hand side using the slice tool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on shapes. I'm going to add a square, and I'm going to size it down just a little bit right over the top of that bunny. And if I press and hold down, it will highlight the shape as well as the image that I'm using. And you can go back to actions here and hit slice. If you do that, you now have your basically the sliced bunny that came out of the square. You've got your square shape, which has the negative image in there, and then you also now have this bunny that you can move around or you can take out, whatever you want to do. So that is the slice button, which comes in handy with a lot of things. I use it on quite a few projects, but that is the way you use that guy. And then you also have these different 3 images now, so you can, if you need a negative, you can use this little square guy, or if you wanted to add another bunny, I mean, you've got just that little guy right there you can add. So I'll go ahead and actually I'll just go backwards here. Then I'm gonna slice. Perfect. And get rid of our little square. All right, the next option is to flatten, and that one is specifically used for print to cut images, and so I use that a lot on my stickers, but that is how you can layer a few things together and you can flatten it as one image so that it will print out, and then it will cut around wherever you want it cut. So that one, like I said, I use a lot with stickers. But it'll basically make whatever images you have one layer, and it will enable you to print it out as one solid image, and then the Cricut will print it. So the other button that we have over here is going to be obviously the duplicate. And so let's say I wanted to make a couple of these. I just highlight it, and then you can duplicate it here, and you've got another solid image. You can also only duplicate certain pieces. So if I wanted another hoppy, I could just click on that and duplicate it, and now you've got just the other hoppy here. The next tool that we're going to use, I've never used advanced down here, to be honest, so I'm not quite sure exactly what that does. But I'm sure I will come across it someday where I need to use it. So anyways, if you have used the advanced option down here, or the advanced button, let me know what it does, and we'll see if it's something that I might use in the future. I've just never come across a situation where I've needed it. Next, we are going to use the contour button, and what we can do here, or the hide contour button, excuse me. And what we can do here is, this is something that a lot of times people do when they are making basically layering vinyl, because what you can do is, let's say we want to duplicate our Easter image here, and you can, so we've got 2 images here. So a lot of times people will want like a background color or something that's different with their lettering, or let's say that we wanted to do, here, I'm going to scooch this over. Let's say that we wanted to do like these leaves, but we want a different background color than we want for the actual detail. So I'll kind of show you how to go about that. So let's focus on these little leaves right here. I'm going to click hide contour, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to just click on all these little center pieces, and if you can see there, it is taking out all of the detail basically in there. So we're going to take those out. Perfect. So now the Cricut will just print out the solid color there, and I will show you real quick. So let's pop this guy over here. We want it to be right on top. Perfect. And I will change the color so you guys can see. So if you click on edit, and it is a line type, we're just going to go with orange maybe, or let's go with yellow. Maybe it'll be easier to see. There we go. So then what we're going to do is click on arrange, and we're going to move it backwards. Go backwards. Come on. There we go. So, or you can always click send back too. So then you can see that you are able now to, you have both of these images. So now you've got this background. If you wanted to do a separate color that will print out the exact same size. Oops, if I can get my pencil to work here. That'll print out the exact same size, and then you can obviously have the other layer that goes over the top of it to just add some dimension in there. So that is basically all of the action buttons. If you guys have any questions or anything, definitely comment down below. And like I said, if you've used that advanced button before, I have just not run into a scenario where I've needed it, honestly, because I just don't know what it does, and I have all the right buttons that I need for my projects. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, make sure to like this video and then also subscribe to my channel, and I will be working on getting videos out weekly. I know it was a little late last week. My camera is not connecting to my iPad, so I'm working on getting some better ways to transfer everything over. So again, thanks guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.